Because I want to let them know. Fix their faces because DJ Obsession is on the air.
Like blah blah blah. Like blah blah blah. Like blah blah blah.
Session in the building. I got the homie Menny More.
Yes, I.
Menny, what's good, man?
Yeah, man. Well, they don't know. Blessed love to the people, them. You see me, I say?
Yeah.
First thing, we have to big up New York City, because you don't know, say, that's where we're from. You understand? That's where I represent, and it started here.
First time I met you was over by Don One Studio.
Yes, sir.
What was the culture like at Don One, and why as an artist did you end up over there?
Okay, well, Don One is not only the vibe spot for us, but it was also like the musical institution. You know what I mean? That's where we learned the role of an artist and even negotiation, because you had to talk to the sound man if you wanted dub plate. Mm-hmm. So you pick up on those things, artist behavior, you know what I mean, dress code, all of that. Well, like my claim to fame was Ati Ati Selena on the Joyride. But before then, we had to creatively find songs that would represent the sound system, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In a way, regardless of if it was a popular song that everybody knew, we had to have the right lyrics, you know? Mm-hmm. So at that point, we would have songs like "Some boy get run down, shot down, drop down, and now the sound clash down," things like that, you know what I mean?
New York artists, I don't really want to call them New York artists, it seemed like that was kind of a bad thing to say.
Well, you know, at that point, right, we kind of took it wrong, you know what I mean? Growing up now, there was a time where I remember certain people didn't want to be even called the Don One crew. Right. You know what I mean? We're the one who actually accept that, because now Don One dealt with us on a level. So we couldn't even diss Don One and act like we don't want to be the Don One crew. We had to represent that. But why a lot of youths didn't really fall for that? They didn't want to be called that because they felt they were being looked down on, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because there's always a stigma now where they feel like if the music is not coming straight from Jamaica, it doesn't have the full authenticity, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Which is definitely not correct, because most of the artists in Jamaica got their lyrics from us anyway, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then to top that off, I actually went to Jamaica, working for Bobby Digital Jammies and all of that, just to show that, okay, listen, now what? You know what I mean? Right. And it turns out that it was the same thing, man. Either you're hot or you're not, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, so there was also like some artists who did make it out of the battle, but in like a different market. Right. Like even Shaggy, mm-hmm. Right? Shaggy and, you know what I mean, even Mad Lion. Mm-hmm. On different forums. Mad Lion made it because he was with KRS-One and right. Boogie Down Production, and he was the only reggae dude. Shaggy more made it because the kind of song that he had was more an international kind of thing. Old Carolina, mm-hmm. thing that was done before, that the world kind of knew. He made a good remake. They did it good. He had the promotion behind it, so it worked, you know? You know, they were working for a dude called Ben. Ben is the real boss behind Signet Label.
Right.
And Sting was the main man.
It seemed like there was a lane back then. Like, you were able to be successful.
I'm gonna be honest with you now, right? Mm-hmm. When we started, you know, because we started around the same time, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, when we started, it was tougher. Because when the generation before us, your Sluggy Ranks, your Sleepy Wonder, Bubba General, and all these guys who are actually my mentors, they had an easier platform, as they had Big Witty producing, right? Superpower and all of that, where if you record for Witty, you was on the same strong rhythms as Jamaica, you were on, and then you had Gil Bailey, more radio stations and all of that. But then by the time we got round to it, from 1990 on, the business kind of changed for a different thing now. Where when Sluggy and Nicodemus them were doing it, they were considered as an artist. But when Ryder them started to do it now, then we were like New York artists, you know? Like me, myself, Marlon Stewart, right? Mm-hmm. It's only Major San who did a little thing, and it was in the dub plate world.
Right.
Because he never make it in the 45 world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. No complaints, no regrets. You know what I mean? You see, how it was handed to us is how we had to deal with it. Right? That's why Obsession successful to this day. Right? Because he had to go through the whole university.